Direct variation problems are basically just showing a relationship between two variables. So when you see the phrases such as y varies directly with x, or y is directly proportional with the value of x, that's basically saying that your x, or your input, has a direct effect on whatever your output or your y will be. So for whenever you're solving these types of problems, probably the best way to solve these is to set up a proportion. And basically a proportion is a set of equivalent ratios or equivalent fractions. So for instance, on letter A, it says the value of y varies directly with x. So there's your key phrase right there that tells you that you're going to be setting up a proportion. It says that x is 7. And that your y is 49. And then it's asking, what is the value of x? What is the value of x when your y is 63? So we're going to set up the proportion. Super important to label your proportion. And in this case, what they're talking about the relationship between is y and x. So when it's just saying y and x and it's not giving you a specific variable, you always need to put your y over your x. So in the given problem, they're saying that our y is 49. And when my y is 49, my x is 7. So I'm filling in the numbers into the corresponding row. And then I look over here and it says y equals 63. So I'm going to put 63 on the y row. This is why it's important to label your proportion. And then it's asking for the value of x. So making sure that you have all your numbers in the correct spot. So then to solve for x, we're going to multiply 63 and 7. So let's see, we have 63 times 7, and that gives us 441. And then we cross multiply 49 and x, which gives us 49x. And then our final step would be to divide both sides by 49. And that means that 441 divided by 49 is going to be 9, because 49 times 9 is 431, and there is our x. So for letter B, pretty much the same thing. There's a little bit more of a situation going on here. It's not just y and x. They are talking about the relationship between distance and seconds. So they're telling us if your total distance is 264 centimeters in 11 seconds, then the question asks, what is the time in seconds the toy robot moves when the total distance is 408 centimeters? So distance, 408 centimeters, and they are asking for seconds. So I'm going to set up my proportion again, just like I did on the previous problem. But instead of labeling it y and x, I am going to label it centimeters for distance and seconds for time. So they told me that my distance was 264 in 11 seconds, and that my distance was 408 centimeters, and they wanted to know the number of seconds. So what we're going to do is we are going to cross multiply again. 408 times 11 and I get 4,488, and that is going to be 264x. So that means I divide both sides by 264. And let's see, doing a lot of math here without a calculator. And that's only going to go in once. And that is going to be a 7. So that means that my x is 17. So it is 17 seconds for 408 centimeters.